so let's get the baked eggy tofu going. Okay, so in this container I have 2 cartons of extra firm tofu that I've already drained off and cubed up. And I just try to shoot for like 1-inch cubes, okay? Again, this is gonna go into my cornbread dressing. And you know, my meemaw, I don't know if your meemaw is like my meemaw, but my meemaw liked putting boiled egg whites in her cornbread dressing. And so to replace the egg whites, I've learned to bake tofu. And I start out with these big chunks because once you bake them up, they kind of shrink down a little bit, but they create this nice chewy texture. So, and I make so much of it because I'm planning to make enough cornbread dressing that we're going to have enough for our Thanksgiving meal, but then I'm gonna cut it in half and I'm going to save some back, put it in the freezer, and so we can have some for Christmas. So Charlie and I can enjoy that then. Okay, and this is really simple. I'm just going to season this tofu with black salt. If you don't know what black salt is, it's actually a mineral that's ground up. You can find it online, but most of the time it is really expensive online. If you have an Indian grocery store, I highly recommend you go explore. This is I don't know how to pronounce that at all, but you're going to look for Kala Namak. I'm probably mispronouncing that too, but that's what you're looking for, okay? You're looking for this word here, okay? And this, how many, this is like a 3.5 ounce bag. This cost me like $1.99, maybe $1.99. And this is a lot. This is a lot of black salt. This will take me a long time to use up because it doesn't take very much. But the reason I like to use black salt is because it has a sulfur. It's salty, but it also has a sulfur taste to it that, like, when you taste it, you'll automatically think boiled eggs. I kid you not. There's no imagining anything. It smells like boiled eggs. It tastes like boiled eggs. So I'm going to season the tofu with that, and then I'm just going to use fresh ground black pepper, which pay no attention to this label. I just grind up my own peppercorns. And oh wait, I need that. That would be a disaster. Let's keep this on. Okay. Now, here's how I like to roll. I've got a big baking sheet here, my big half sheet pan, and I've got it lined with a Silpat here. I've got my oven hot at 450 degrees because I'm also going to bake, woo, did you see that water come out? I'm also going to bake the cornbread at the same time. All right, and I just want to kind of push this around, give this tofu a little bit of space, but it's okay to crowd tofu like this. It won't matter. You'll have some chewy tofu on the edges, and you'll have some tender tofu in the center. No big thing. All right, and then I'm just going to sprinkle this on. And I'll just be honest with you. Learning how much black salt to put on your tofu should be a learning experience. Everybody has different tolerances to salt. All right, that's it. Wow, that was hard. Okay. All right, here's my eggy tofu. I'm going to put it on the top rack. I'm going to put my cornbread in the middle rack. Oh. Let me check the baked eggy tofu and make sure it's not getting too brown. Normally, I bake the tofu at about 400 degrees and I go 20 minutes, but because I'm trying to consolidate my oven time, because this is the only baking I'm going to do today, I was just trying to make the most of my heat and getting it all, and all that. And I wasn't about to sacrifice my cornbread. I want it to bake at the proper temperature, so I thought, well, I'll just kind of wing it with the tofu. Of course, I feel like, oh yeah, this looks good. I feel like because I'm putting the tofu on the top rack, it doesn't cook up as quickly. Oh, this is good. Okay, it can last. It can make it. Ooh, and that cornbread looks good too. here is the baked eggy tofu. No, I'm certainly not gonna let this touch my formica. Look at there. So good. Nice and peppery. I've got a nice brown top. It's dry on the outside, but it's still moist in the middle, okay? Because that's the way I like it. And it's not very brown on the bottom. I mean, it looks like cooked egg whites, doesn't it? Looks like if you fried an egg. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna pretend like I never fried an egg before. It has that texture, okay? Has that chewy texture of a fried egg. But on the inside, it's still moist, and that's what I want, okay? Because this has to go through another recipe, and it's gonna cook again. So I don't wanna overbake it here. You know what I'm saying? I just want the flavors to be stuck on, and I want the browning process to start. But that's it. This is done. I'm gonna let this cool. I'll put it back in a container. I'll throw it in the refrigerator, and then I'll try to hide these from the family, and then they'll go into the cornbread dressing Saturday morning. Ho ho! And see how I've got this, I've still got this black salt on my pan. If I just roll that around there, I can kind of pick up some of that black salt. That way my black salt doesn't go to waste. Look at that. Oh, tell you what, these are good. You can make these a snack. Oh man, these are so good, just like this. You can also use this, you go to make a stir fry, then bake up some tofu, go ahead and stir fry your veggies, and then right before you're ready to serve, throw these on top. Oh, so good. You can also make them a sandwich. Oh my gosh, drop these in a sandwich. You could cut them down a little bit and make a little egg salad sandwich, something like that. You can do anything. Just let your imagination go wild. All right, there you go. That's done. Look at that. I am on top of it. You know what? Eating plant-based is not stressful. It really isn't. It seems stressful at first, but it's really not. You just take it one recipe at a time. And I just want to invite everybody here. I'd love to show everyone just how easy it is to eat plant-based, that it's not a big deal, and it's just that people eat closer to plant-based than they probably realize. Most of us love our vegetables, and it's really not that hard to go plant-based. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out in the chat. Post your Thanksgiving questions or your plant-based questions here in the comments below this video, and I will answer them for you. All right, bye.